welcome back, guys, to another episode of Reasonable Troublemakers. I'm your host, Nathan, and my co-host, TT. And this week, guys, we got a few things for you. I'm gonna give you a little spiel of what we're gonna talk about today.
All right, what are we cooking up?
I got a funny thread. I'm
Okay.
not gonna give you the details, but we're gonna get right into it after this. I got
Okay.
a funny thread. Killed me. Some of the ones I think I got like 4 or 5 replies for the
Mhm.
thread. Hilarious.
Okay.
Then I got 2 questions for you actually this week.
Okay.
They will probably turn into discussions, or at least one of them will turn into a discussion. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm ready for
And
that.
then I have a story of our friendly neighbors, the States.
Okay. Well, this week I'm actually going to talk about also a thread, but also I want to talk about one thing I've been expecting, I've been really researching, the tariffs. But it's not the whole tariff story itself. It's just how China's responding, which is going to kill me. And
These tariffs
yeah.
are something else.
that's pretty much it for me. So yeah, the
All
tariffs
right.
deals with the U.S.
So yeah, we'll get to those beautiful tariffs, but we're gonna get right into this thread.
The thread.
This shit had me dying.
Okay, what's up?
All right, so the thread is, let me get back to it. It says, what is the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you during sex? So, first one. This
Okay.
one is insanity.
Okay.
Says, shit was about to go down in a car at a park, and the cops pulled up, knocked on the window, made him roll it down, and said, smells like sex in here.
I'll be like,
Oh, I'm dead.
No, officer.
I'm dead. I'm
Shoot.
dead if you're saying that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, give me the ticket, bro. Don't say that.
Yeah.
And you letting all the sex out. Close the window.
Like, how do you answer? What do you say?
Yeah, you don't say
You
anything.
just don't say anything. You just look at him like, okay, can I just have the ticket?
Yeah.
And go?
Cool. You just imagine, if back in the
shit.
day, at least you could try to go quick and do this.
Yeah.
Now you just got the quick thing. You're just sitting there with the button, looking at him, and it's just
Shoot.
nah. Yeah, that's
Try to
crazy.
fix a
This
buckle
man
up.
said, smells like sex in here. You think?
Wait, is it illegal to have sex in the car?
Hell yeah.
Wait, really?
Because I
Wait.
think it's considered like out in public.
Like public nudity?
Yeah, or like public indecency.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean-
You need to be careful.
No, well, I was just thinking like, oh shoot, I didn't even realize that.
Nah, I was gonna say I got some stories that I wouldn't up in no car. I'll tell you that much.
All right.
But yeah,
Damn.
all right. So again, what was the most embarrassing thing that happened to you during sex? Says, oh, this one is crazy. This one is
Yeah.
some next level shit. Says the guy went to sexily throw me back on the pillows, but he overshot and essentially threw me backwards into the wall. My head tucked completely under me, and my neck cracked like a glow stick. She's like, I thought it broke for a second. Bro,
Whoa.
if I seen... First of all,
He.
this man Hadoukened her. Yo,
What the
calm
flip?
down. She said sexily threw me. This man went... It's just, meh.
Damn, bro.
Yo, if I was the guy and I heard the crack,
Nah.
I'm like, oh no, I killed it.
Yeah.
I'll be mad.
I'll be scared.
Yeah,
I'll be.
yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Erection demolished.
Yo, bro. Shoot.
Instant rubber. Just
Wait, she said that? What he did to her?
yeah. She said that
Damn,
he
that's
was
a survival
yeah,
story.
Yeah. She
Damn.
cracked her neck. She thought shit was broken. She was like, wait a second, I need to tell the internet this shit.
That's
This guy
embarrassing, bro.
launched her.
Damn.
Launched her in. God damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like this, okay, that's all that testosterone. This man was in the middle of doing some
You
stuff.
just
This guy
got-
gorilla tossed her.
God damn, bro.
Just imagine that, and then
Chill.
like imagine you being the girl. You're in like there's nothing you can do. You're in
Yeah.
there. It's like oh shit.
You suspended in the air.
That's
Oh,
the same
shit.
shit. Remember that? Did I tell that story?
What?
When my younger brother was playing video games and he got mad when we were younger,
Okay.
and I was laughing at him getting mad. And we had bunk beds, and I was on the top bunk, and this guy was on the floor, and this guy said, "Stop laughing!" And then he grabbed my arm and yanked me off the bed. And I just saw my head going like this. I was like, oh shit. And then literally, I had to tuck and roll, and I was like, "Oh shit, this man really about to kill me over a video game." Yo, I slammed into our dresser.
Oh my god.
Literally, that I swear, out of all the times in my life that I ever been scared of dying,
yeah.
that was one. Because literally, I was just coming off the bed, and I'm not small. Like I think I was like still like a tall kid. I was like 11 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm just seeing myself come. I was like, yo, in my head, I'm like, I can't roll. I can't. My neck is gonna hit the dresser.
Damn.
I didn't even tell my mom I love her. Like I'm done over a video game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my
I saw
God,
my
bro.
life flash before my eyes.
Jeez. You didn't know your brother had that much strength.
Yeah,
huh?
I was like, like when I'm in the air, I'm like, yo,
What
I'm
is
actually
going
falling.
on?
Nah, it was wild. So yeah, this
Oh,
girl,
shit.
literally, she was in the
Yeah,
air.
the
She's
same. Like, what's?
she's like, this
so
was
this-
sex.
So this
Now
is
it's
it.
death.
My
So
question is, what happened afterwards?
I could tell you they didn't finish. I'll tell you that much.
Shoot.
This man was probably rubbing her back. Like, are you okay, babe?
Damn.
She's sitting there like,
She must have been
yeah,
like
I'm good.
petite, like
Yeah,
that
I'm good.
petite, like Asian girls, and he just like chucked her.
I'm a little sore here, but I'm good. Yeah. The
Neck brace and all.
Yeah.
Imagine, bro. Imagine
be
drive.
hilarious.
You have to go to the hospital because you feel like we should check this out. Imagine the car ride. How?
Yeah.
Like, what do you say? Do you even look at her?
Hell no. Driving like this. And she'd be like, so, yeah, no, we're just going to just keep going.
Every so often.
Don't turn your neck because it's going to hurt your neck. Just keep moving forward. Nah, this guy
When you tell the
launched her
person,
ass.
oh my god. When you tell the
That's
person,
crazy.
oh, that's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
like, what do you do? Like, you can't, like, you're done. All right. What's the most embarrassing thing you did during sex?
Mhm.
I was having sex during my vegan anemic phase, and I told him to choke me. So he put me in a headlock with his elbow like the baby, and I passed out instantly, only to wake up to him fanning me while I made a noise similar to the Grudge. For the entire duration, I was knocked out. There's no chance, bro. I promise you, I'll be so scared of that sound. I'm calling 911, and I'm just standing at the door. I ain't fanning.
Wait,
nothing.
I'm sorry. What the hell is a vegan anemic thing?
I have no idea. Well,
Is it-
anemic is like what when you
Like, it's like that's not a good thing.
no,
To be
no,
anemic,
anemic
there's
is
some
when you
anemic.
have your iron deficient,
Yeah.
and then vegan. I don't know.
So
what the
like
hell is a
what?
vegan anemic phase? I don't know. But all I know is maybe she didn't have that much strength.
Yeah.
And this man, first of all, choked me. Then who else? Who said to put me in a rear naked lock? Like, freaking doing all this. Like he did this
Wait.
shit.
And this is doing sex.
Yeah. And then she just passed out instantly.
Yo, bro, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
The guy's doing too much. How you having fun?
Yeah, imagine you're just doing this. You're just doing this stuff, and it's choke me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, wait a
And you're
second.
like,
You just see this.
And you're like, yo, and you're making the Grudge sounds. You hear?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's wild. What? How do you recover?
This how I would recover. That would happen.
Mm-hmm.
She would be making that sound. While she's making that sound, sorry, I wasn't able to stay. It was just too scary for me. The sounds that were coming out of you. And then I'll leave that note and I'll tape it to her chest and then I'll leave out.
Oh, bro.
Nah, yeah.
That's crazy. Like, what the
The
hell do you
Grudge?
do?
Nah.
What do you do?
That's insane. The
Jesus,
Grudge.
Okay.
All right. I got two more.
Okay.
Oh, this one is crazy. This is the one that I was waiting for. It was just in the pile.
Mm-hmm.
It says, what's the most embarrassing thing you did during sex? We were doing anal in the backseat of a car, and he was going ham.
Okay.
And right when he pulled out to come, I shitted on the seats. Wiped that shit up so quick because I was so embarrassed. First of all, she needs to go into the track and field. She's an Olympic. How the hell you wipe that shit up so fast? That shit came out of you faster than that, and you just
What you wipe it with?
Yeah, what are you? Yeah, that's it.
What you wipe it?
That's what I'm confused. You wiped it up with what?
With what?
And what consistency? Because wiping or picked it up.
Oh, that means
So you should.
splatter?
Yeah, I don't be knowing.
So what? And what? He finished? What did he do?
I don't know. The story ends. We don't know. She was just too embarrassed. She didn't want to tell us what happened.
Damn.
But say he pulled out two bust. His pull-out game was wicked. Made her
Yo, bro.
dooga dooga.
You gotta be careful when you start doing anal and all that.
That's crazy.
You gotta like not eat for good. You gotta and you gotta make sure what you eat. First of all, don't eat any vegetables.
Yeah.
Because that should digest really fast.
Yeah, well, don't like porn stars act. They clean themselves out before they do scenes like
yeah,
that.
but
right?
then they do it. Okay, some of them doing the unhealthy way because they use a douche. You're not supposed to douche.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's not good at all. But I just mean like I know that they actually clean themselves out so that those things don't.
Yeah,
happen.
usually it's like how I
These
think it's
amateurs over here shitting in cars.
Is it the blood test? You're not supposed to eat for like 12
well,
hours
could
before.
be, depending on what blood test you do.
Yeah, like one of those tests where like don't eat like 12 hours and blah blah blah.
Oh, so same thing for that.
It's same thing with because accidents could happen.
So yes, if you
man.
would like to not shit on your car, don't do anything before. She
Imagine
said I
the
shitted
smell.
on the seats. Yeah.
Imagine the smell, sex and shit.
in a car.
In a
Locked
car.
in, you hot box, you sex box in a car.
Oh, bro,
And now
it's
there's
hot.
shit in there.
And if
And
someone's
that's what I
on
said. She said she had to wipe it, which means it wasn't a solid consistency.
no, it was on like it was on the seats and everywhere.
Also, you're doing like anal, right? Which I'm guessing in this is doggy style, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did you shit it on the seats? And you managed to wipe that shit up because you were so embarrassed. Like, did he not see it? I would have seen it first.
How'd she do it fast?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
shit. Yeah.
like
She needs to do what's that shit called? The stacking the cups? She got super hands or something.
Jesus, bro.
That's hilarious. I shitted on the seats is the funniest sentence ever.
God damn.
He was going ham, so I shitted on the seats.
How do you recover from that?
You don't. You actually don't. And but the worst part is, you could recover from it if you were like us, who doesn't post everything on the internet.
True.
But now this is going to be legendary, and it's going to be on the internet for years.
For years.
So you could have recovered. You stopped your recovery by posting it.
Damn, bro.
But thank you for the content, because that's hilarious. All right, final one. What's the most embarrassing thing you did during sex? This is, I wouldn't know what to do after this in life.
Jesus.
It says his mom burst in the room in the middle of me squirting on his face. What's crazy about that is you squirting on this man's face. His mom's walking in. She don't know what you're doing. Obviously, when she walks in, she sees, but she don't know. Maybe she, oh wait, they're at the piss play?
You're bold.
Like, squirting on his face.
You're bold. To do it in the mom's house?
Yeah, you squirting on my baby's face. I came in to see if he needed his laundry done. He needed a lot more than laundry.
Yeah, he needed a towel. Oh man. What do you do? How do you recover? Like,
No,
you don't say
actually don't recover.
I swear, thinking about it, the mom probably saw it, closed the door, and was just like, "Honey, I don't want to hear about it. Don't come. It's okay. We're not going to talk about it." At
Thanksgiving dinner, she can't pass you the gravy anymore. She has PTSD.
Yo, bro, that image is seared in your mind. Seeing your baby boy getting splashed by his girl.
Yeah.
How? How?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
You can't. What do you do? Oh my gosh. Do you know that person is black?
No idea. All I know is this guy came out of one of those things and his mom just saw one spinning at him. That's,
No, but that's bold. Like, to do that in the house?
Nah, with the parents there. But also,
parents there?
Yeah, I was going to say, knock, but it's their house, right?
It is their house, yeah.
Especially if they black.
Exactly.
You're not knocking shit.
What are you talking about?
And I can promise you now, you're not going to have a door after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well plan to move out, bro.
Damn. Nah, that's crazy. I was thinking about that, just that little story.
Mm-hmm.
My first girlfriend in college, this girl, we was doing some stuff one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think we came home from school and we're doing stuff, and I guess we was just down there for too long.
Okay.
To the point because she lived with her grandparents.
Okay. And
so her grandparents seen us come. We went down and then we didn't come back up for hours. So we literally were no longer allowed to be in the basement.
Oh,
alone.
That's kind of
so when we came when we went to her house, we had to stay up and chill with the grandparents if the parents wasn't home.
Well, they clearly knew.
100%.
So wait a minute. Was it afterwards, or where when he told you guys can't be downstairs by yourselves, or was it that same night y'all were doing shit?
No, this was during the day.
Okay.
So I think we finished school early.
Okay.
We went to her place.
Okay. Yeah.
And then her grandparents, I don't know, they was kind of old.
Bro, bro. Oh my God.
It was old. So, but I think they just didn't like the fact that we was down there for so long, and they didn't understand why we was down there for so long. So I don't think they knew. They just wondered why we were down there.
Nigga, they knew. They knew. There's no way. So
they literally from that day on.
Yeah.
If we got home early, we had to stay upstairs until the parents came home, and then we were allowed to be in the basement.
Yeah, they 1,000%.
They
God damn. But you never got caught by them.
Once.
Nigga.
No, almost once.
Okay.
This was the scariest time in my entire life. We gonna go down this road?
Let's go. Oh my God.
The scariest time in my entire life. This is literally a movie scene.
Okay.
So things was going on.
Uh-huh.
Everyone was home, actually. We were wild. Everyone was home. I think her dad came down to tell us it was dinner time.
Uh-huh.
I never jumped up so fast in my life. I think we was on the floor. What's also crazy, I think we started at the door, And by the time like this guy came, I was banging her head against the friggin' dresser on the other side of the room. I jumped up on my skin,
Okay.
ass naked, obviously,
Yeah.
flew behind the bedroom door. This guy opens up the door, dinner time, and then she was like just there on her bed like this. And she's like, okay. I was behind the door, naked. I was like, all this brother has to do is just do this shit right here. And I'm vulnerable.
It's over.
I'm vulnerable.
It's over. Oh
I
my
don't even got no socks on. I'm just vulnerable.
Oh, damn.
Ass cheeks pushed up against the wall. Like, I
Praying
was
to God, if
vulnerable.
you help me right now.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I was
God.
praying.
Oh
Trust me, I was
my
praying.
God.
I was like,
Oh,
please
shoot.
let me get out this situation.
Oh,
I don't want to be in this
shit.
situation at all.
But he didn't ask where you were?
I think he did. But you think I was making a sound? Hell no, I was making no sound. I think she said he went to the bathroom.
Oh, shit, bro.
And I was right there. Literally, all there was a door. I was like this.
Oh, shoot. Oh,
I
bro.
was like, don't make eye contact. Look your father dead in his eyes. Don't look at me.
He would have killed you.
Yeah.
He would have
Yeah.
killed you.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't got no clothes on.
Oh, my
I
God.
can't even the only thing that I would say I'll probably be safe is he might not fight me because I'm naked.
True.
That's
True.
the only thing I'll be safe.
True.
But I felt, nah,
Oh,
I don't want to be in this situation at all.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
No.
that's crazy.
I don't think the only time something ever like close to that ever happened with me was when I brought my first girlfriend over, and we're in my room, and the way it was placed, my bed was placed. It was like you open the door, you immediately like see us on the bed, right?
Crazy.
And like so we're just chilling.
And
I don't know. I
your
think we'll
father?
watch. Yeah, we'll
Oh,
watch.
that's
and
scary.
I know the sounds of my house, so
Yeah.
I know when people are coming close or away from my room, right? And I hear him. She's on the bed. We're chilling. And after I'm like, we're getting into it. I'm playing around with her on her stomach and all that. And after she lifts her shirt off, like she takes her. No, she doesn't take it off. She just lifts it up,
Yeah.
right? So I'm playing with her. And after I hear the dum dum, I was like, he's coming. I'm telling her, bro. I'm telling.
Oh, she
I'm
didn't
like,
want to stop?
she didn't want to stop. And my
Yeah.
dad opened the door, and her shirt was like half off.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you just big black ass was just facing him. What would you think?
Huh? No, I was fully clothed. I knew that I couldn't go full naked because
Yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
your dad opened the door and your black ass is just facing your father.
Bro.
And then the worst part, like she's here,
Mhm.
she sees him, you don't see him because you're looking this way.
Yeah, bro, that was bad. And after she looks at, and after she's like, hi, and smiles at my dad. And my dad looks at me,
It says,
and looks at me, and looks at her, closes the door. I'm like, that look, you know that
yeah,
look.
and
like,
then you say to her, get your clothes on.
swear
It's time to go home.
I was like, I was like, yo, girl, I'm like,
And
tell
I'll
you,
know
put your
how-
clothes on.
Yeah.
Don't be like, huh? You know what I said.
Yeah.
I told you, put your clothes on,
And
girl.
I don't know how close you guys were, but I would have said, love you because I probably won't see you again.
No, I think
I'ma be dead.
no, because my dad told
Yeah.
my sister.
When you leave this house,
Bro,
pray for me.
my sister called me like the following day, and she was just like, "Titi, what the hell happened?" And after I think he told he told someone else, and he told my brother, and he's like, "Yo,
Oh, you say now, like, what do you do now?
I don't care." No,
You leave out the house or?
no, my dad doesn't care.
Okay, now he knows.
No, actually, no. The thing, the amazing thing is that like we have the garage, we have the basement.
Garage is crazy.
No, it's nice in the garage, especially in the
It's
summertime.
nice
It's
in the
nice.
garage.
It's,
We got concrete walls.
just but the neighbors weren't there. But yeah, there's like so many
I
places.
used to hide up
But
in the
there's
other
one
building.
time, yo, bro, right? Like the bathroom, right, and my dad's room, like
Yeah,
right beside each
yeah.
other. But what I did was like I turn on the
The fan.
not the fan. The fan wouldn't do shit. I turn on the
water.
No, the
Nah,
washing
you'll
machine.
be
I
mad
turn on
as
the
shit.
washing machine and I just put it to like self rinse. And it makes a
Yeah.
And I went ape shit. I went ape shit. No say after the girl wait.
Dad just say, "Oh, he's just doing laundry."
Yeah.
He was doing laundry.
I was cleaning up.
Yeah, he was cleaning up.
Yeah. So, well, speaking about it.
All right, so that's the end of my thread.
Speaking about sex, my thread is how do females ask for sex? I know this is going to be funny, right?
Oh, I seen some of these.
She
And this
will
shit-
raise. What was it? She will raise a fight through the struggle. She acts like weak for the man to fire. I guess yeah, and we call that nada. So basically, because this is Pidgey English, basically it's like she starts a fight, and
Yeah.
she basically gets the guy to get riled up, and after then she acts like she's like all weak, so he can pounce on her and start angry fucking her. It's weird.
That's weird.
It's weird.
That is weird.
It's
I don't
weird.
know if I could do that.
Absolutely not.
Nah, that would mess me
Especially,
up.
especially like that's in the category of the guy choking the girl and like like what?
Nah, that's weird.
Yeah.
And especially like the fact that it's freaking it's like coerced.
Yeah.
Like that would
not.
be weird too, because like I don't know what's going on. I just know that you're arguing with me, but you have this intention of something happening.
Yeah.
So you're gonna argue with me. You're gonna get me heated, and then you're gonna act like, now come get some.
It's
I'm
weird.
like,
It's weird because that shit is toxic as hell.
yeah.
Toxic because
Yeah.
some of them just the only way for them to get like riled up or get really in the mood is to cause a fight. And for me, I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, man, that's not me.
But I will
I'm
say,
But
and I feel like a lot of men will probably agree, it's weird, it's messed up.
But
But all that thing, and then she shows a titty, I might cave.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. So it probably works.
What were we arguing about? Huh? Seriously.
Yeah, it would probably work.
Flip a titty, my mouth.
Yeah, literally.
Just
Yeah.
instant, you know. So, the other one,
I guess it works.
this one, and this is one I'm like, yo, bro.
Toxicity. Is a real
Every
thing.
guy I know has experienced this.
Oh, I think this is the one I read. Let's see.
Well, you just got for the woman is
Yeah.
well, you just got to scooch a little closer to your man, and his little friend would know how to react to that. It's always, yeah, it's always like that. Oh shoot, there was another one. I forgot.
Yeah,
Damn,
well, that one you
damn.
said just scooched over. There was the other one with the
You just get closer. Dang.
bum, right?
Yeah, with a bum.
Yeah.
It's
Bro.
a universal
It's,
thing.
I did
It's
not
a-
realize it was universal.
I don't get it. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, bro, why can't you just say it? And then for them, it's like, I don't know, sometimes it's a pride thing. Like, ladies, if you're listening to this, please let us
just
know.
say it.
Like, what are you talking? Like, why can't you just be like, yo, babe, I'm horny. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
You know, y'all have to do some kind of like
And then
song
when
and
we
dance.
do it, we want it too much.
Yeah, like
But
what?
you don't even be
You don't even
communicating
want,
it.
yeah, you don't even want to communicate. That's the weirdest thing for me. So
That's just crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that thing was actually universal.
yeah, it got me thinking. Right, it really got me thinking because animals have their mating rituals and they do certain things in order to entice the guy to like get
Yeah.
them. Right. I think this is just in some women to just like
it's instinctual.
just don't say anything and rub. And I'm not gonna lie, it works. 99% of the time it works. But sometimes it would be cool if your woman was just like, yo,
Yeah.
babe, get in the room right now. And you're like,
That would be crazy.
say less.
That would be crazy.
You drop everything.
Crazy.
You just go into the room, man.
100%.
Like,
That's the other thing too, because I feel like for men, like we have to do it, right? Like we
Mhm.
have to initiate
yes.
because they never want to.
Mhm.
But then it's like they feel. But then like they say we want sex too much, right?
Mhm.
But then they're afraid to initiate, thinking what? We'll say no.
Yeah.
When you say we want too much, so what makes you think we're gonna say no if
Exactly.
you initiated?
Since when are we going to
Yeah.
say, babe, nah, man, I'm already playing this
Yeah.
game? Nah. Screw the game. Screw the friends. Screw.
Run the game.
Honestly, I can
Yeah.
be eating mid-meal. Mid-meal. And
Nah,
you show
put
me.
that fork down.
Yeah, I can reheat this anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. Let's
Yeah.
go. You know? So it's just like easy things like
Yeah,
that.
so I don't know. It's like they have a fear, but then
Yeah.
what's your fear?
I like rejection? Maybe just
who's rejecting you?
no one's ever going to reject you, bro.
The
No.
sexiest thing on the planet. A
I'm
woman
tell-
come up to you and say, "I want it now."
Huh?
Yeah.
I'll be like
Ain't
the
no
guy,
rejection.
I'll be like A. Murphy from Norbit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. You know? What?
Yeah.
I don't
no
know. It
rejection.
was just the reason why I took this thread was because like there were so many people that said like the butt rubbing in like different ways.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me that it's actually something.
It's actually a thing. It's actually a thing. Oh, bro. Anyways, what's the next thing, man?
All right. So now we're gonna go for one of my questions.
Okay.
So, who am I gonna start? Oh yeah, actually, actually, this one, this works.
Okay.
What is the longest you've ever procrastinated for something?
The longest?
Yeah.
Like work or life wise?
Just like in general.
In general.
Yeah.
A good 9 months.
But so like, is there like a story? Like, when was the thing needed to be done, and like, when did you start?
Oh.
Type of thing.
Shit, bro.
Because I got some wild stories
When was the last time
last week.
I don't know. The last time I procrastinated something? Nah, I don't know, bro.
Oh, you're not about that life no more?
What, procrastinated?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I do procrastinate.
bro. I was
but-
the king of procrastination in school.
Well, yeah, you're horrible. Horrible. For me, the 9 months thing was just like me. It was like me writing, but
No, yeah. One time, me in college,
yeah.
I had an assignment where I had to like draw this house. Like for the assignment, I had to draw in like 3-point perspective.
Okay.
So like you actually have to set up lines and everything. You have to
Yeah,
project
yeah.
lines and everything like that. We had like 2 months to do this. 2 months to do this. I started at 12 a.m. the night before the class, like it was due.
How do you do that?
I drew that bitch overnight like a gangster.
Jesus.
I felt like a G because I finished it.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired of shit because I think I went to bed. I don't even think I went to bed actually. I think I stayed up all night and then went to class the next day. And then I went. I was about to go hand it in, and teacher's like, "You're supposed to retrace it in ink." I was like, "What the fuck are you saying?" I was like, wipe the shit out my eyes. I was like, I didn't even sleep yet. What do you mean I have to retrace this shit? Luckily, I had like the class was 4 hours,
Okay.
so I retraced it in class, and she allowed me to hand it in at the end of class.
Oh shit, she's nice.
Yeah.
She's a nice teacher. Okay.
She was nice for a little.
So
bit.
wait. So this was in college, right?
College, yeah.
So this was during the semester.
So imagine a 2-month assignment, and I started it at midnight the night before it was due.
My G, what is? Did you at least pass it?
Yeah, I got like an 85.
Okay, shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she only took off marks because I handed it technically late because I didn't put the ink. But the actual drawing I did fine.
God damn, bro.
The night
No,
before
that's
at
wild.
midnight.
Because
Yeah.
how long was the semester? Like 4 months?
Yeah, it was pretty much like half the semester we had to do.
Bro, what were you?
Oh,
So
I'm
you're
the
just looking at the assignment.
Yeah, everybody,
on,
like
bro.
I'm asking, like I think people had their thing done since time.
And they're just talking about
Yeah.
it. And like, what about you, Nathan?
And I was like, yeah.
Oh, dang, okay.
Oh yeah, mine is gangster, yo. You don't even know yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't wait till you see this thing.
Oh, snap. And
And I
you're
did
like,
it the night before.
you're like, yo, I gotta lock it.
Yeah.
And all night.
Yeah.
You're just like
All
on
night.
it.
And then
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, I had like the what's it called all the emotions I went through.
Like, stupid thing.
Yeah. At first I was like, yo, I got this. Like an hour in, I was like, motherfuck. I was like, I ain't never finishing this. I was looking at time, wiping my eyes. It's like 1:30. I was like, I got like 6 lines. I was like, oh, come on.
Oh,
And then like 3 hours in,
crying.
like, 3 hours in, I'm like halfway done. I was like, yo, you about to do this shit.
Damn,
We
bro.
don't need to start this 2 months ago. Now it's going. And I look at the clock. It's 4 a.m. I still got more shit to do. I'm like,
What time is your class?
6. So, yeah.
Damn.
And I went straight to class after that.
You went to straight class and you're like,
Yeah.
were you
And-
feeling G or you feeling like shit? I don't know.
I felt mad gangster.
Because you actually got it.
Yeah, because I finished it.
Damn, bro.
And I was like, you can't tell me nothing. I run this shit.
Did anyone know? Any of your classmates?
Who you think I am, bro?
Oh yeah.
I told
Yeah,
everybody.
you're like, yo,
what you
God.
mean? I was like, you think?
How long
this
did it
shit?
take you to do
Yeah,
that
yeah,
shit?
Yeah, how long you take?
How long?
Punk ass. I started this shit last night.
Yeah. And look at me. Look at my grade. Pitch.
Yeah. Freaking bags under my eyes. All freaking passed out in class.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, the king
Bro,
of that.
how
And
do
then
you- how
it's
do you
not
do
necessarily
this?
procrastinating, but my wife was talking about. She's oh, you're gonna talk about that? The time that I went to my what was it? I had a 5-hour class, and I went 4 hours and 45 minutes late.
You're so dumb.
Yo, I literally opened a door. The teacher's face was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Oh, I was checking we had any homework." She's like, "How dare you?" I was like, "Yo, I paid for this class, bro."
You're so dumb. Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
4 hours and 45 minutes.
Was this before or after you were on probation?
After?
This is horrible. He gave
Wait, was it after? Yeah.
Oh snap.
Yeah, I think it was after.
Ah shit. And do you keep that wrapped up?
Funny enough,
Uh-huh.
it was after,
Okay.
and it was one of the classes I failed.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But it's because I already did the class. I was like, so I got this.
Okay, so you're.
And I think somebody dropped out the program,
Mm-hmm.
and I took one of their drawings. Yeah. So like one of the assignments I didn't have to do. Okay, I just had it already.
So what? You just stole it from him? You asked him.
Well, I think because he actually didn't care about the program anymore. He's like, oh, frig this thing, and he just left his stuff there. So I was like, yo, this guy did this drawing gangster. Let me take that.
Okay, let me just.
A little
put
bit
my
white,
name
yeah,
on
a little
that
bit white out and things.
Yeah,
You
man.
know what it
shit.
is?
Okay, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Damn.
Got all the angles and good and shit. Because I think I did the same drawing,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I messed up one section,
Mhm.
and then it made my shit look like abstract because I messed up like one line, so
Okay.
it frigged up the whole thing.
Okay.
And I was like, I ain't restarting this shit because I think we had to do like again like one of those 3-point perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
but from like 2 angles,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to like cut a section out of the house and draw like the inside of the house on this
Mhm.
side, and then the siding on that side, and then the inside of the house on this side, and then the siding on that side
Oh,
in
shit.
like a 3D.
Okay.
So I was like, bun this shit. Oh, and we had to do a staircase in the middle going up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was wild.
Jesus, bro.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, no, this brother killed it. Let me take that. He don't care.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
And you just.
What's
and you-
crazy?
What?
I'll be honest right now. I think I still got the drawing in my portfolio.
Jesus Christ. This guy has no chill.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, it's funny. You found ways to like
Bro,
not do
college,
not
was
do the assignments,
crazy time.
not to get in class, and somehow you still graduated.
Yeah,
Crazy.
crazy.
You're
Even
just,
I
like,
think on my,
find loopholes and
which
shit.
this one I don't understand
Mhm.
because you know in college you have to take like English and French classes as well.
Yeah.
One of my French classes, and like the final exam type thing that you had to do for
Mhm.
like the audio like listening type thing,
Mm-hmm.
it said inaudible as like one of my grades.
Wait,
I was
wait.
like-
What?
I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Wait, from you, like what you gave was inaudible?
Yeah.
Wait, how? Wait, how? How?
I think it's because they were asking stupid questions, and we had to like all be in a computer room listening to it.
Yeah.
They were asking some stupid question. I didn't feel like answering it, so I was like,
You're so
because I figured, oh, it's not gonna be
Oh,
that big of
God.
a deal.
How
And it
you-
literally said inaudible. I was like, well, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna pass this
Damn,
class.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
You-
especially French. When I was in college
Mm.
and I started to do French and English classes, I was getting pissed off. I was like, why do I still have to do this shit, man?
French.
I'm supposed to be learning like a trade, or I'm supposed to be learning an actual like profession. I'm gonna sit here learning French and English. I know how to do French and English.
Remember West Civ?
Yeah.
Well, you did West Civ, right?
That was like in like your humanities.
The
part?
humanities,
Nah. Did I do? No, I didn't do Western Civ. Frig that.
I did Western Civ.
I did some other things. I did like the fairy tales, but like the original stories.
Oh, the Grimm Brothers stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
those
gotcha.
were wild. That's where the hooded homeboy came from. Remember?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. In that class, we had to do a presentation.
Okay.
So I did the red hooded homeboy.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
shit. Not
But yeah,
bad.
that class. What's funny enough, that was actually that wasn't a humanities class. Actually, that was actually one of my English classes.
Okay.
And that was, like I said, I think I said that story. That was the first English teacher I've ever had in my life that actually cared.
Oh yeah, the one who
Yeah,
made you. have to,
she saw my essay and
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, "Nah,
We're not doing this.
come to my office now."
Nah,
There was red on that sheet. I'll tell you that right
bro.
now.
So.
There was some red. And like I said, the
Full
first
on
thing she
red.
made me do
Mhm.
when I got in her office, she's like, "Sit down." She's like, "I think you're a good writer." She's like, "You just have some mistakes that we're gonna correct today." She's like, "First mistake, read this sentence for me." And I started reading it, and then I think like I was like, and she's like, "Exactly." She's like, "You think we can use some punctuation here?" I was like, "My
Yeah.
bad, bro."
Yeah.
She said, "This is the longest run-on sentence she has ever seen." Bro, I'm telling you, I had a paragraph
Mhm.
that started and had a period at the end.
Goddamn.
Wasn't even no commas up in there.
Bro, how does this happen?
I don't know how. I would
How
just
does
write
this
it.
happen? Jesus, bro.
And then she gave me the tricks.
But honestly, I think English teachers are the most caring teachers.
Yeah, but that's in all my other classes. Like, okay, yeah, here's your essay. You got it
Yeah.
good. You got it good. She
Mhm.
actually said, no, you don't got this good.
Yeah.
But we're gonna correct it.
this. Yeah.
And she actually helped me.
Same thing with my English teachers. They're
Yeah.
all like super nice. So
Yeah.
math
so-
teachers are the coolest. Like they don't care. They actually, they look at you and like, yo, bro, you didn't do really
I
well.
was okay in math, so it didn't matter for me. At
It was
least.
only okay. High school was not good. College was not. Yeah, it was only in college. That's when like my math
Did
teachers.
you did calculus?
Yeah.
Calculus,
Cal 1
just
and 2.
Cal 1, right?
Cal 1 and 2, I believe.
Cal 2 was crazy,
Cal 2,
supposedly.
and I had to stay after school so
Yeah.
many times. Bro, I don't miss that shit. 2013.
Nah, yeah.
That was 2013.
Yeah, no,
I don't
didn't.
miss that shit.
Imagine you. At least you actually did those shit. I try my best to not do homework ever, bro. That's what I've done
Yeah.
in my course
hmm
because it was architecture.
Yeah.
Most of my assignments were drawing, and even still, I procrastinated.
Jesus, bro.
I remember one time we were in an English class,
Mhm.
and the English teacher was giving us an essay.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, it's an essay. I don't really give a shit. I'm probably not gonna do great anyways.
Mhm.
And then the audacity of this communications person, which is in communications, all you do is freaking essays, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, miss, do we really need an essay? I have like 5 other essays." I was like, "Bitch!" I was like, "I have to draw a 3D perspective of a house, all this shit. I have to do like an estimation on a building after, and you worried about having to write an essay? Yeah, you better write this freaking essay.
Yeah.
So now,
I miss that.
College, I was crazy in
The
college.
only thing, I don't miss anything except for like the English.
But here, just for all these people, all these Quebec people listening, people that might know, R scores, right? You know what R score is.
Yeah.
You did college.
Mm.
What was your R score?
I don't remember.
I remember mine.
Wait.
Because all I know is at least what my intention was to do that in college and then go to university, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to get into university, like McGill architecture,
you
need like a 30 R score.
Yeah. How much?
Do you know how R scores work? A 30 is crazy.
Yeah. It's yours over the students, right?
Yeah, it's your average with the class. Yeah. Like, and you have to always be above the class average to even get like a reasonable R score. And so to get a 30 is crazy.
Yeah.
So I wasn't horrible at the beginning.
I want to guess. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll tell you what it started at and what it got to. Because your boy procrastinated, right?
Yeah.
Going on probation. I started, like, when I was, like, doing good in the program at first, at a 24.
Okay.
Not bad. I think it's, like, average about.
Yeah, it's a steady.
When I failed some classes.
16?
No!
How much? Nathan.
It was a 13.
How can you look at the people in your classroom?
Yo, when I seen a 13, I was like, oh, shit. I don't know if I'm going to university.
Oh, bro.
A 13. But I think I got it back up to like a 19 by the end, which is not good still.
No, but it's better than 13. Damn,
13 is because 13 killed me because, what was it? The class I failed 2 classes. Physics and drawing.
Nigga.
Drawing is because I never showed up.
All you had to do is draw.
Yeah, and I never showed up. Well, actually, no. And that same teacher you said was nice was also crazy sometimes.
Why?
Like, if she didn't like you, like, she had class favorites.
Of course.
And so I was a class clown. So I made her laugh sometimes, but then other times she wasn't about it. So then she wasn't really my biggest fan. And so sometimes she gave me nasty marks for shit. Damn. Only one time she was nice as well, when she was like, okay with that picture. One time we had to do an assignment, we had to make a model. And I guess I didn't read the instructions right, or I read like the scale wrong. So the scale was like, I think 3-1, which is pretty big. It's like 3 times the size of original.
Yeah.
I read it 1-3. So I got in class mad as shit, because when I was doing this model, these big ass hands, I was over there making, like, folding pieces like this, and my shit came out this big. I get to class, first person I see was Justin walking down the hallway. This guy's model's like this. I was like, what the fuck? Why your shit so big? And then I turned the corner, I see another person, same size as Justin's. I was like, wait a second.
Oh, no.
Why is yours so big? He's like, what do you mean so big? I was like, look at, I pulled mine out. When I tell you, this guy almost fell on the floor laughing. I was like, here's mine. He's like, what the? I was like, did I mess up the scale? He's like, bro, what do you think?
Bro.
He's like, I'm literally a third of the size. So I went to class. I was hiding my shit. I was like, no, we're not gonna show this. I'm gonna hide it. And when everybody in class had the same size.
And you're just the one who singled out.
I was like, my shit's over here. I was like this. Teacher's like, okay, everybody come hand in their assignments. Everyone goes up to the front, gives these models, do. She's like, we're just missing one. I was like, yeah, you might not get it. I was like, so she's like, Nathan, you gonna bring yours? I was like, first, let's talk. So I did the assignment.
Yeah.
But I think I might have messed up the scale a little bit. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, and luckily, this woman at her house, this is what the story that she gave. She said at her house, she's an architect. At her house, she has like a miniature door that goes into like a crawl space or whatever. And she thinks it's the cutest door in the world. And she loves it because it's her door. She has a mini door in her house.
Okay.
So she saw my model and she's like, Nathan, the scale was 3-1. I was like, I know, I messed up. She's like, but I find it so cute, so I'll still give you the marks.
Nigga, how you pass college with luck? Nah, you had like max luck. You like your luck was like max. Like all the skills were like average, but your luck was like maxed out.
Yeah.
How the hell you, bro? What the flip?
Because she thought it was cute. That's why she gave me marks.
But can I be honest? Isn't that kind of impressive? Like people were making large models.
Yeah, that's why she was she was slightly impressed the fact that I was able to make it. Yeah. It looked like everybody else is just miniature.
Yeah. So
and it pissed me off all night when
you
I was
made
trying
a
to make it.
miniature.
Because when
like
did
a
I start it
miniature.
again? We all know.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Just
At the end of the night.
Like, you know what, man? Lock in.
And then on top of that, I made it wrong. Imagine.
What? Oh, that's
because the wrong scale.
That would have killed me, bro.
Yeah.
That would have killed me.
Because I was cussing and I was struggling all night trying to make
imagine that. Like, imagine like you cussing all that and you finish it. And you're like, you know what? At least I got this done.
Yeah, I'm over here like this, trying to put stuff together with my fingers. Everyone else is over there.
Just perfectly. It's just
chilling. Just going in.
Then you go in class. You're like, yo, like you don't see anyone else's models. You're like, you know what?
Yeah. And I felt accomplished.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay.
And then my boy comes. And I was like, wait, brother.
Wait.
Why are your models so big?
Wait. No, and it just dawns on you, like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
And you're the only one in the class.
But then she gave me the marks because it was miniature.
You have luck.
Yeah, bro.
You maxed out.
Yeah, college was some days. I remember when they tried to kick me out of class one time. I was like,
who? The teacher?
Yeah.
Why?
I was like, do I look 6 to you? And she's like, but you're disturbing the class. I was like, I pay to be in this. You're not kicking me out of class when I'm freaking 20 years old. No, not happening, bro.
Yo, bro.
What is this? Because that's the thing. She didn't kick me out like fully. Mm-hmm. She told me to go outside the door and stand outside the class. I was like, what? Do I look 7 to you? No, I'm not standing outside the class. If I leave it, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what she was mad is I was trying to do another assignment in her class.
Oh. She took that personal.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, no, hell no.
But I think it was like the end of the year, like end of term, like, so we're all like trying to cram in assignments.
Just catch up on everything that we've been loafing on.
And I think she was just talking about some dumb shit.
So
like, I'm not trying to listen to this shit.
Right.
I'm trying to work.
I'm just going to do my thing. You keep on talking.
She wanted me to listen.
Nah.
So I think, when she went out for break, we put porn on her computer.
Liar. No. Nigga, what the frick? What did he do? No, you're a menace. I don't know. Because for me, my college experience was completely different. My college experience was just like, very like, crazy, but fun, but crazy.
Yeah, well, mine was fun too.
You're a menace. For me, it was just like, it was crazy because my classmates were like you, right? And I had one teacher, he was kind of like not normal to the point where like he would throw like material, whatever was on his desk, made their way out of the classroom. Like,
that'll piss me off.
Because he was the type to like, he was like old school, and he told us. And what was it? It was something in design. Shit.
Oh, that's it. Cause you did like a program like that. You were always with the same people, right?
Yeah, the same people.
Okay, yeah. So the same thing with like me.
Oh yeah, like our friend Sue, his sister was.
She was in the same program.
She was in the same program as us, and it was cool because like you're always with the same people, but there's one person all the time talking, and after when the teacher calls him out, this person doesn't realize I should shut the hell up. They're talking more, and they're talking back to the teacher, right?
No, bro, that sounds like me.
Yo, bro, the teacher snapped. First of all, I don't know what's up. Maybe because his fingers were like frigged up. I don't know if it's because he was holding a pencil for too long throughout his whole career, but his fingers were like weird as hell.
Oh, yeah, like arthritis in his fingers.
Yeah. Guy took what's called the chalk and just chucked it at the dude. And he said, "Get the fuck out!" And the funny thing is, this guy was always getting mad. His last name was Bonhumeur. Yeah. Monsieur Bonhumeur. I was like, yo, bro, he was not. So, I don't know. For me, my college experience was like, it was all about, I don't know. Dawson was a fun college. It was hella distracting.
I fooled around, bro.
I couldn't fool around. I loved that, but.
I fooled around in school.
Really? For me, nah. I meant, but.
Like, I did, like, I think I would get up, my alarm would go. I was like, yeah, right, I ain't going to school. And I'll go back to sleep. And then Justin would call me like an hour later, like an hour after class started. He's like, yo, where are you? I was like, not coming.
Damn, bro.
He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm still in bed. He's like, so you're not coming today? I was like, nah, I don't feel like it.
Nigga. It's funny because I feel like in college, it's either you have like two kinds of people. You have people like, you know what? Oh, this is not high school. I can just go to class whenever I want to. Yeah. So long as I get the assignments done, I don't give two shits. Or you have the other ones who are like, oh shit, I have to get to school. I have to get to school because like
that was not me.
I was
not me.
I was like, yo, 15 minutes before class. Bro, I used to wait outside the classroom.
You was a nerd.
Everything. And then
I used to try to time it so that I can get to class as soon as class started. We ain't got to be early. We ain't got to do all this. I'm trying to get there and get out. Especially because me, like when I started my program, I had classes from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. every single day. So it was literally school. Like, it wasn't no college.
Yeah, it was no game. Well, I don't know. because Vanier, the location is not like
Wasn't that far.
no, like is there a lot of things to do there? Because Dawson is the heart of downtown,
Yeah,
right?
so you got a button. Nah, there wasn't
Yeah,
that much.
I was
I'm
able
at
to.
Covert too,
Yeah, true. You
so there's
didn't have
not
that
really much.
Yeah, that was the bad thing for me. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you shouldn't go to Dawson because you're the heart of downtown. So many distractions, nigga.
Oh yeah, I would have went.
You don't have to look outside. The inside, yo, bro, they had everything. They had
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
even in the clubs, they had like an anime club, they had a gaming club, they had like a fashion club where the girls were stupid fine.
Bro, I didn't even know college had clubs. I wasn't in college like that.
Bro,
Bro.
no, what the yo?
I went to
So
school.
you never had like you never joined the club or anything?
I've never been in a club in my entire life,
Damn, bro.
other than I think like what is it, Cub Scouts? That's the only club I was ever in, and even that didn't last.
Damn, bro. Nah, that was the college experience for me. Yo, one thing though, when I joined, was it the anime club? There was one girl, absolutely crazy, absolutely. What I mean by crazy, I mean like she sounded like an anime character, and this one was like,
That would get on my nerves.
that's what I was like, oh no, this is kind, because like, and this always happens to me all the time. Every single time I meet somebody, it's either like they're cool and just like normal. I'll say like you,
Or they're psychotic.
in like the weirdest way, where like for
Yeah.
example, like this girl thought it was like we were the only ones in the bus, and she's talking in like those anime voices, like the chibi. I'm
loud.
never going to imitate it, but she was like doing the chibi voice, and I'm just like my ears are hot. I'm like, please stop, please stop,
Yeah, you
please stop.
embarrassing
And
me.
I see this black lady just looking at me and looking at her, just looking at me. I'm
Nah,
like,
yeah.
yo, I know, auntie, I know, I'm
Nah,
disappointing
yeah.
you.
I did some
But,
wild stuff. That's
I
I
don't know.
think I might be the troublemaker in this whole duo
Yeah, bro.
because I did some wild things.
I honest to God, the only time I was ever a troublemaker was not in school, but it was in cadets at camp. I got kicked out of camp because
Which is crazy because
Okay.
I think that's the only time that I was actually serious.
the opposite.
Because they actually, well, yeah, also because like you know how in cadets,
Mhm.
one thing cracked me up is I always try to make people laugh, right?
Yeah.
In cadets, you know where we had to like stand at attention. I
Yeah.
don't know if you ever had to do this. We
Okay.
had to stand at attention, and they were like the sergeants and everything would try to come around and make you laugh.
Okay.
And because
not
I
fast
made
enough.
people laugh, I
Mhm.
was like, refuse. You not getting me to flinch. So I literally became like the top person in the cadets, to the point
Mhm.
where I was so serious that people came out of classes, which another freaked up thing, cadets, pissed me off. I didn't know there was class. This was some bullshit. I was like, wait a second. This is extracurricular
Drill, map, and
activities.
compass
not school.
fundamentals and all
But
that. I love that.
So people was coming out of their class
Mhm.
in the what's called for like I had air cadets,
Mhm.
so it was like the warrant officer, whatever.
Yeah.
Two, like the highest rank.
Okay, so the chief warrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chief Warrant. Yeah, he came out and he was trying to make me laugh because I was just there at attention like this. They were trying to like go in my ears,
Yeah, just do stuff.
whisper, make funny faces, and I wasn't flinching to the point where I think they like almost gave me a trophy. It was like, how did you not flinch for
Damn,
anything?
bro. For me, when it
No.
comes to cadets, like I have so many camp stories, but the one story I have, it was like, I was just freak around to the point where everyone was just trying to get me kicked out. They eventually got me kicked out only because, and I was not even in the wrong. So we had to there's this thing called survival where you had to
Yeah.
go to the forest and you had to spend 3 days in the forest. But the
Crazy.
last day, the first 2 days, they show you everything, the location, they show you if emergencies, this is the place you have to go. The last day is just 24 hours by yourself. Okay? Crazy. So they inspect your tent, the tent that you made before they let you go, right? They want to make sure that you know to survive. That was great. Now I didn't know that some dudes did not like me, right? Because my
Oh,
camp
so they
was
were trying
freaking racist.
They were trying to do some crazy stuff.
Bro,
Oh, they did.
they pissed on my tent. And I thought the following day it just smelled horrible.
It's raining outside.
Everything. It was just, and it was horrible because they kicked one of the pegs that was like holding my tent in place, so the tent like caved in a little bit. So at the point where one of the sides was like on my face, and the guy pissed in that area.
Oh no! I'll go outside. I'll go on the ground. I'll dig a hole a little bit. I'll take dirt. I'll go like this. That's on, motherfucker.
Rambo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in on.
So for me, so the following day, no, when we were going back to the barracks, right? They're laughing. Like people were just laughing, just making jokes like, awesome, how do you sleep? I was like, good. And I was like, what the hell are these guys talking about? And they're all laughing. And one of these girls I grew up with, she's like a cousin of mine. She was like, yo, did you hear what they did to you? I was like, no one did anything to me. She's like, no, what they did to your tent.
Oh, so what you thought your tent was
I
just
thought
messed
like
up?
a bear or a deer, something pissed on my tent because it
That
smelled
would scare the
rancid.
Jesus Christ out of me.
Yeah, and they were in an area where there might like the chances were low, but there were chances that you can meet a bear. Okay.
Oh, I would have told you.
And we had to do bear training. Like
Put
we
me
had to be
back.
like they were telling us how to like yell and cause like distractions and all that. How we had to like put
Yeah,
the food on top of the tree.
Just ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If you met a bear, right?
Yeah.
In this 24 hours, was there anybody around to help you? Because you can do all this.
They were like
shit
20.
You want.
They were
If
like
this
20
man
minutes
feels
away.
like eating you, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. So that's
so
why
did you have to like write a waiver or some shit?
No, bro. Bro. They put us through a lot of shit. When I tell you, like, we were.
So you think you would have fought a bear?
No. They told us straight the hell up what to do when we encounter a bear. And if the bear, like, says, nah, bro, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat you, they're like, what you have to do is basically accept, like, pretend like you're playing dead.
Yeah, that I remember.
Play dead. And,
what happens if that, let's just go over that scenario.
Go ahead.
You meet a bear in this 24 hours.
Mm.
You do everything you can, nothing's happening, you play dead. This man goes over there and goes, I smell you, nigga. He goes, bites you in your chest. Then what?
You die.
They tell you,
Yeah.
So then what, they have to go back to your parents and say, well,
you have to go back to your unit, and your unit officer just tells
this is not the army, bro. Get me out of here.
Actually, back then we used to do because we do shoot with guns, but we also had grenade training. So we used
crazy.
Yeah. And actually, people actually died in Valcartier because someone launched a grenade, but it landed it didn't go in the targeted area.
Say word.
And one of the person from our units went on top of it after he was like 14 years old. Bro, I'm telling you, this is so.
That's crazy.
I shot with a real gun. I shot with a C-17, a C-17, I believe.
I just shot with them ghetto ass rifles.
No, but I shot with like a real gun. And automatic mode, all that stuff. Like I shot with the real gun.
No, we had to do that. You know them stupid ass little pellet rifle things. Yeah. And we had to like lay on our stomach.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
We shot with the 22, the 15, and the 17.
But yeah, you were in Army cadets. I was in Air cadets, so it was a bit different.
Oh yeah, true. So, anyways, to wrap this up, the thing was the guy pissed on my tent, and my cousin was like, "Yo, bro, he pissed on your tent." And I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I'm definitely fighting.
I went to the guy, and this guy had the smuggest look, bro. The smuggest look. So the barracks is like, imagine your cubicle. So you have like the bunk beds, and in the middle is like a chair. So this guy was sitting on the chair on the desk, had his feet on the chair, and everyone was just sitting on the bunks, and they're talking about me. And you think I wasn't listening because they were speaking French, and I'm English, and I'm black, so like they weren't fucking.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
I hear this shit. I go to the guy. I'm like, bro, what do you do to me? And he's like, what are you talking about? He starts, and he's speaking to me in like the most like disrespectful way, right? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna kill you. Straight, no, there's no jokes, no smiling.
And you would think,
and this
guy,
guy,
this black guy be threatening.
And this is me, 15 years old. I think it was because we only became friends in grade 10, right? I was in grade 9.
Yeah, I think
like
we knew each other in grade 9.
Yeah,
we didn't actually hang out.
So it was the summer of grade 9. That's when it happened. So the following year, we became we started hanging out. That summer, I look at the guy. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. And after some person comes, he's like, you're a menacé to a menacé. I was like, what? And he's like, oh, you threatened. That's what he said, right? So they had to take me to my commanding officer. And after they made me sit in the office for at least 4 hours, I had to sign some documents and like we'll return you to your unit.
I was like, cool.
I
was saying, I didn't threaten. I promised.
And bro, they treated me like a fugitive. By the way, I couldn't communicate with anyone else. I had to have an officer with me at all times. I'm like, do you guys not realize that a person pissed on my tent?
And you tell them this?
Yeah. And they're like, no. The thing is, you're not supposed to threaten. We have a zero policy, zero tolerance against that shit. Nigga, they call me baboon. They call me blackjack. They call me Osama. Yo,
I had to sleep out with some bears. No, I'm fighting somebody.
All that being said, I did love camp. Besides the fucking racist French two people, I did love camp though. I really did.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
All right, so you want to go straight to my second question? This one's a little bit shorter. Well, it's not necessarily. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it's a question. Okay, so it is because I was thinking about this the other day because there's a few things for me. So, what words have you mispronounced and you didn't find out until somebody told you?
Mule. I call it mole. No, mule. You know the donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call it a mole?
I call it a mole. And this was 2016.
Damn.
This was funny because it was
I was so confused. I was like,
what was it called? One of Stephen King's books, right? And basically The Dark Tower. And after I was like, the guy's mole. And he's like, what? And he's like, the guy's mole. And he's like, mule?
what are you talking about?
And he called me out in front of everybody.
Bro.
Everyone in my cubicle,
That's
everybody.
crazy.
He's like, you mean mule? I was like, oh shit.
Nah, I would just disappear.
He's like, bro, it's mule.
That's crazy.
So what happens? You have a bunch of people being like, haha, the office loser. Yeah. Hey, say mule, say mole.
Oh yeah.
You know that? So mole.
One of mine is.
Mule.
Well, actually, I think we talked about this like just on our own before.
Okay.
And I'd be trying.
Oh, you mean cassette? Wait, what is it?
I'd be trying to say it, and it just don't come out of it. I say orange.
What? Wait, did you say orange? Orange? Not orange, right? Like this is payback for.
Go get the oranges. For the longest time, I think me and my brother said.
Wait a minute. Say it one more time.
I'm about to go eat an orange. For the longest time, I was saying that, and I think just once they're like, "What'd you say?" I was like, "Go get an orange," and they're like, "What?" They're like, "You mean an orange?" I was like,
"No."
I was like, "That's why I said orange." And they're like, "There's no CH in orange."
Damn, bro.
So yeah, I say orange.
No, but you orange. Okay, but you knew how
I could say orange, but it just like when I'm talking, I just say, "Oh yeah, I was painting with the color orange."
Oh God.
I eat oranges.
How did I never detect this shit?
Oranges. Yeah.
The oranges. Oh God, bro.
So there's that oranges, and then
egg. Because some people say egg. I used to say egg.
Egg?
Yeah, I used to say egg.
Eggs.
And someone was like egg. Luckily, I was in grade 4.
Eggs is crazy. Eggs is crazy.
Eggs. It's like, what the hell's an egg?
Yeah, I would have asked you that same goddamn question.
The thing you have it's scrambled or sunny
thing
side
that pops
up.
out of a chicken?
You mean egg?
Yeah.
Again, the person had to call me out.
Nah, yeah. So my other one.
Okay.
This shit pissed me off. Because this shit I was at work for. And I was mad because I was like, why are we having this conversation? I'm saying the shit right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in like architecture, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the engineering office and I was drawing plans. So for the part, there's the width, and what I used to say is the width and the length.
The what? The length? You mean the length? The length. Don't ever correct me when I say manipulate. Okay? Don't you ever.
So I was literally at work, and I went to a guy like in my office. I was like, okay, I did these parts, and I have the width and the length. And he's like, the what? I was like, the width and the length. He's like, length. I was like, what the fuck are we talking about? Length. He's like, what's a length? I was like, what?
I hate it.
I was like, length, bro. Length. Length. What do you mean? What is length?
Get it right.
Yeah, he's like, I don't understand length. I was like, I don't understand what you don't understand. I'm like pointing at the paper and it's showing the worst part is the word was written like there. I was like, length, bro. He's like,
and you were confident.
Yeah, confident.
Oh,
back
Jesus
like
Christ.
Annoyed. I was like, what do you mean? The width and the length. And he's like, length. I was like, and then, but the worst part that pissed me off more is this guy was like from Vietnam. So in my head, I'm thinking that he has an accent, so he's saying it messed up. I was like, bro, I'm saying it properly. The width and the length. And he's like, length. He's like, you mean the length? I was like, no, I don't goddamn mean the length. I mean the length, bro.
Who's this length? It's length.
100%. And he's like, I don't know what this is. I was like, bro, you're pissing me off.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying it right. You're saying it wrong. It's the width and the length. And now I know this length.
First of all,
I said that for the longest time.
Excuse me, a loser, because width and length, like, come on, they're going together. Like,
but how the hell did I say length all these many years?
And no one corrected you.
Length, bro.
Damn it.
This whole time. So that, and then what? I have a bunch.
What was it?
So I had orange, length, and I have one for you.
What?
I want you to say a word for me.
Go ahead.
I want you to say milk for me.
Milk. It's not milk. It's not milk. I used to say milk too. I used to say milk. It's not milk.
Milk is crazy.
It's milk. Yeah. I used to say egg.
Eggs.
I used to eggs.
So you had eggs and milk. You had eggs and milk.
Yeah. It was eggs and milk. Milk.
Eggs and milk.
Yeah.
And you used to manipulate people.
Manipulate.
Don't worry, guys. Before we record this episode, I couldn't say the word I couldn't say.
What?
selfish. I was getting freaked out. Remember I couldn't say selfish before?
You can say selfish?
Yeah, just earlier before we
Oh,
started recording.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
kept. I don't know what was happening. I was like selfless. My
Don't
tongue
worry, I
just.
said Juan. What did I say? Juan.
Oh yeah,
Drums,
yeah.
bro. Oh,
3, 2, 1, Trump.
drums. I was like, what the hell is drums?
But yeah, so
Oh,
that
shit.
yeah, so I had I actually wrote
Have
that.
you ever corrected someone?
Yeah, you.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, someone else. Don't ever look at me with so much confidence. Dang. Or have you ever like heard someone mispronounce something and you're just like, you know what? I could, but I'm not. I'm not gonna correct them.
I'm trying to think. I'm sure there was.
It's
but I
usually
can't
the
remember.
seniors. It's usually the seniors.
Yeah, but like I'm telling, what's funny is
Mhm.
it's me and my younger brother being saying orange since we were like younger, and then even like one time we sat down like with the family,
Mhm.
and I was like, yo, I can't be the only one because I know this. I've been saying it like this,
Mhm.
and then I was like, yo, you eat oranges, right? And then my brother's like, yeah, I eat oranges. I was like, okay, so we good then. And then my older brother's like, you mean oranges? I was like, bro, that's what I said. No, oranges.
No, man. I don't
Oranges.
know. Oranges. Milk.
Yeah, oranges, milk,
Milk.
manipulate,
Manipulate.
and length.
Length. My sister used to say Panomia. Panomia said no. She said, yes, you know, what's his name? James Brown died of pneumonia, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about it. He's like,
that
oh, yeah.
pissed your father off.
Yo,
That's his dog.
It pissed my dad off because two things. It's his dog, and you're the first. He said you're the firstborn. You went to university. You can't say pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
And she said, yeah, pneumonia.
Yeah, your dad was pissed off.
I didn't know.
But at least that one, this is some bullshit English. Because why is there a goddamn P then?
Yeah.
At least that one I could at least give her.
I think it's because the origins of it.
But I can tell you one thing.
What?
I wasn't that young for this. I think I was like 17.
Okay.
I was at home. My mom was on the computer back in the what's called Farmville days.
Okay.
Mom was doing her thing on her farm,
Mhm.
and I come over by the computer, and I think a message popped up.
Mhm.
It was from my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
I know my aunt, but I guess I've never seen her name written.
Okay.
My name. Well, I have to say how it's messed up
Okay.
before I say her real name because I feel like it would give it away. So I looked at the message. I was like, "Who's our Honda?" And mom was like, my mom was like,
Rhonda.
What? She's like, what did you just say? I was like, our Honda. She's like, you mean Rhonda? I was like, oh, my bad.
Oh snap!
Our Honda.
Oh no. Siobhan.
Okay, but Siobhan is annoying.
It's
This
weird.
is some bullshit again.
Yeah.
Style band?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, Siobhan is crazy.
I worked because I was at work and there was this girl named Siobhan, and like I was like, yo, who is Siobhan? Who's Siobhan?
Oh yeah, Siobhan. That's I think.
I was like, yo, and they're like Siobhan. I was like,
don't give me that look, bro.
Read this
Siobhan,
right.
yeah.
Siobhan. Yo, it's dumb. That one and well, Deirdre, but Deirdre is spelled differently.
Deirdre.
Yeah, Deirdre. It's
Yeah,
Deirdre, but Deirdre. It's like I think it's an artist name also.
Oh, what's the one? Yeah, there's like a actress that has a crazy ass name.
Who?
Like the way it's spelled, but then the way you say it is completely different. I think she's Irish.
She.
I can't remember.
What
I
movie?
can't even
What
know.
show?
I'll have to look it up for next week and see.
Ah,
But her name,
shit.
supposedly, that shit is like freaking like consonants all mashed up together, and it says something completely different than what it actually is. But yeah, our Honda.
Our Honda. Oh,
You know,
bro,
my mom was like, "What the
died.
hell did you just say?" I was
Died,
like,
bro.
it's right there. Our Honda. Our Honda.
Damn, bro.
Aunt
Your
our
mom was
Honda.
like, "This is my son."
Yeah, and that's what I said because I was like 16 or 17. I wasn't even that young at all.
Oh shoot.
Oh damn.
Okay.
So,
what was the last thing?
You want me to? Well, that's why I looked it up. I don't know that much about it. It's just crazy. We can talk about that. The story that I saw from our friendly neighborhood, the U.S. It says,
yeah. Okay.
At least 6 people injured in a mass shooting at Florida State University.
How long ago was this?
Thursday, April 17th.
Oh shit.
Like
Yesterday.
a few days ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Another mass shooting, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What is going on?
It's all the time.
Like well, not we, I guess.
No.
There is a problem.
Yes. 100%.
This is unbelievable.
This is a huge problem. Yes.
No. And so it said, 6 people injured, which what I read too, which confused me.
Mm-hmm.
It said what's it called in like critical condition. It said 5 were in critical condition and 1 was serious. What the hell does that mean?
Wait. Like under levels like okay condition,
Yeah,
serious,
that's what I thought.
but
So
serious is critical, right?
critical, yeah. I have to look it up. I don't remember.
Like
Where
you're
it
not
is.
gonna be like, "How's my son doing? He's in serious condition."
Yeah,
Oh,
he's in
thank God
serious
he's not in
condition.
critical. Is it serious? Isn't serious and critical like?
That's what I thought.
Is
That's
it
what I thought.
synonym?
That's why I was
Aren't they, like,
confused.
yeah,
That's why I was
synonymous.
confused. So, but yeah, so it said that the person like came like and injured 6 people in a mass shooting. But that's what, like, what are we doing, bro? It's at university. Like, what are we doing actually?
So like, why do you know why this?
No,
happened?
they don't know yet. They're still like investigating it. But 6
Wow.
people were injured.
Some people just don't deserve.
And
Like,
they, yeah, I
why
think they
do
see.
these
Yeah, they
my
said
friends?
that the campus has like an alert system,
Mhm.
and it said like it notified people that there's an active shooter, and to get like inside, stay away from doors and windows, and like stay as quiet as possible.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that was
imagine
scared
that.
the shit out of me.
Bro.
Scared the shit out of me.
No lie, survival mode. Survival mode.
Yeah,
just
that's the
like,
other thing too, because I
I'm
think
good.
it said Florida State University student Emily Palmer, 21, was near FSU's student union when she was alerted to a dangerous situation on campus. I'm shaking. It's just a lot going on. I think I'm concerned about my friends. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We've been friends for a long time. We've been friends for a long time.
People will be
If
like,
they told me it was an alert for an active shooter, I promise you're not coming up in my mind.
oh,
I'm
saying-
being selfish, bro. Like, yo,
like
I
I said,
need to
survival
survive.
mode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
I'm
Are you
safe.
good, bro? Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
yeah.
bro, did you make it out?
But yeah, I'm not thinking about. But like I think I said after, I think it said that she actually wasn't on campus. So I guess maybe she was afraid for her
okay,
head.
okay.
But yeah, but I'm not thinking about nobody. If I'm in
If
that
I'm on
situation,
campus,
yeah,
bro, immediately I'm figuring out my exit route.
yeah.
Immediately.
No, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
imagine
understand.
you doing something with your teacher and everybody in the class gets it.
Yeah.
So how many died?
They said nobody died yet. 6 got injured. There was 5 in critical condition. And
So
like
what
I said
happened to
that
the
one of
shooter?
the
The shooter just shot themselves? Or
I don't even know.
or
Like
they
I think
ap-
it's
were
still
they
like I think they
apprehended?
got away. So like I don't know what's going on. Like it's still ongoing investigation.
That's the saddest thing.
At least
bro.
like there was nothing. But that's I just don't understand what is happening. Like this is not
But it
like
happens
this
all
shit
the
is
time,
literally
bro.
yeah, but that's not normal.
It's not normal.
The fact that it has become normal is so scary.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
Like there's obviously an issue. Like and it needs
Yeah.
to be addressed.
But how do you address it? Because you have others who are like this who will look at the situation and they'll be like, this is why we need to arm teachers. But other people will be like, how about we don't arm anyone?
Yeah.
But then they're like, that infringes on my Second Amendment rights, and I have the right to bear arms. But then you have the check system where people don't even check if you have a mental like situation with your
it's
psyche.
supposedly super easy to get a
And
freaking
they're
gun.
like, here's your shotgun, sir. You want like
that freaking like Walmart and shit in
yeah.
the States.
Is this your first shotgun? Yeah. How old are you? Oh, I'm like 17,
Yeah.
18.
Also,
Like what?
that's crazy to me. If say like you want to get like I guess like a hunting rifle,
Mm-hmm.
at least like because you can get rifles that are specifically for hunting, right?
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay, maybe they're going hunting.
Yeah.
If they use it on somebody, that's still messed up. But like at least if you're getting a hunt, what in the hell does anybody need a shotgun for?
Yeah. How about this?
Yo, shotguns are so destructive. There's no reason to need a shotgun for anything.
There's no again.
Bro,
Second
it
Amendment
literally
if
can
case,
explode somebody. Like
Yeah,
there's no
bro.
reason to have a shotgun.
like it can dismember you.
Yeah.
I think people don't realize it just doesn't only make holes. It literally
Yeah,
can
it's
like
literally
tear off
that's
your
what they
arm.
like. They said the bullets come out and it shatters everywhere.
Yes, it's little pellets and shit, and these pellets are sharp and shit. Not only that, why would not only that, Nathan, but it's like why would a parent look at their kid who just turned 16 and be like, baby, you know what? I think it's time for us to give you your first shotgun.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Why? You
I
can get
don't
them a
understand.
PlayStation, you can get them a computer, you can get them, hey, let's book you for driving school. But no, people would rather get guns before they learn how to drive a car, which is kind of crazy. Why do we do these things? Why is this in the U.S.? And they're so proud about, oh, I'm a proud gun owner.
Yeah,
How
I
many
don't
guns do you
understand.
have?
And like
I have like 72.
but you're taking away my Second Amendment to bear arms. But yo, why is that so important to you? There's so many other things in life that's so important.
Bro, they're just closed. I'm so
No,
I'm not even
okay.
sorry. It's
I actually
crazy.
found the part in the article. It
Good.
says one of those. So it said all 6 patients had suffered gunshot injuries.
Mm-hmm.
One of those patients is in critical condition. Okay, so I got mixed up. 1 is in critical condition, while 5 are serious.
Again, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
what is serious?
So, serious, so you just have a wound?
Yeah, I don't know. But they said
Wouldn't
they
that
all
just be like
suffered gunshot
sustained
wounds.
injuries? They all?
It says all 6 patients had suffered gunshot injuries.
So I'm trying to understand, what did the person use? What did the shooter use?
I don't know. It didn't even say like the gun. Like I said, I guess because it's still ongoing. They don't know
Yeah,
all the
this was
details.
just yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
And
yeah, also scary. Like obviously it's a good thing.
Mhm.
But imagine you're just walking, like when we went to college, you're walking and you hear like the intercom system say active shooter.
but what do you do?
I'm shitting on myself.
What do you do? Like,
No, that's crazy. Because that's what I was gonna say. Thing. Obviously, we know what happened in Dawson.
yeah.
Was that like the first thing ever, or
In
had there?
Montreal? No. The
Had there
Polytechnic.
already been like shootings in the States before that?
In the States?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were, but
Because honestly, at least from what I remember, I feel like that was like the big one, and like that's how like
oh no, the biggest. Are you talking about in the U.S. or here?
well, just like in news in general for me, like
think
what I
the
saw
biggest one-
is like after that is when I feel like I started hearing more and more about shootings.
Okay, I think the one in Dawson really propelled it in the news, because before that was the Polytechnic, where a guy went to the women's, I think it was their engineering class, and he killed, I'm not too sure, like 12 to 15. I'm not too sure.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, I don't even remember hearing about that one. But
no, we
young,
weren't
right?
even. I think we weren't even born.
Oh, okay, so it was before us.
And then my sister in 2000, the Columbine shooting, where they had recordings of that shit, bro. Where these two guys basically shot up the school, shot up the cafeteria, the library. You have people, like, there's a camera recording all this, and there's this one girl who's like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. And after the guy just takes his shotgun, destroy the chest. Like
Jesus.
the cat, like what was it? The chest cavity. Just like you see, like the ribs. You see this, like just.
Damn, and there's videos of that.
There's videos,
Damn,
and they had like
I
a
wanna see that.
manifesto. They had like videos of them shooting.
And that was in Montreal.
No, that was in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they made like documentaries and movies and that.
That's crazy. That sounds like
It's crazy. Imagine being like, "Yo, baby, I'll see you tomorrow," or like you tell your daughter, "Yo,
yeah, so I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't want to talk about
it's
that.
crazy.
Especially because nowadays, obviously, shit is still going on.
Shit's going on,
and our kids are in school now, so
it's just like a regular day. You just think it's a regular day.
Well, didn't we we talked about that like last year, right?
Mm-hmm. What?
In the States in 2024, there's 365 days in a year. I think there was 600 mass shootings.
Oh yeah.
Something crazy like that.
How many mass shootings in 2025? Let me see.
It was insane. Yeah, because we're only 4 months in.
4 months in.
So it can't be that crazy. Because I just heard about this one. I thought I feel like I haven't heard about a bunch, or I just don't remember.
Oh shoot.
But yeah, the 2024, I know the number was crazy.
Oh bro, 2 were killed.
In that thing?
Yeah.
You got more.
Yeah. And the analysis committed by immigrants and native-born Americans.
Yeah, there have been more than 488 mass shootings across the U.S. so far in 2024, and that was published in October. No,
400, bro. That's crazy.
480. Oh, it says more than.
April 1st, 298. It's an everyday. It's like
that's
what
literally.
do you do?
Yeah,
what do you do,
that's
guys?
crazy.
I thought, the crazy thing is, I thought like the pandemic was going to like reset people in a way. You know?
Oh, it did.
In the worst,
reset them in the worst way. Yeah.
In the worst, I thought like everyone is going to be like, you know what? Before the pandemic, things were going too crazy. How about like we reset? You know?
Let's have a refresher.
Nah.
People reset.
Nah, you have.
I think what happened is the
Mhm.
pandemic led all the mental health issues out.
Yeah, bro.
That shit came out for a party.
It just
and now they're roaming the streets.
Not only roaming the streets, they're getting paid.
Yeah,
bro.
no, this is
getting
crazy.
Paid. They're getting paid. Remember that video I showed you last week?
204 months.
Yeah,
is insanity.
That's like, what's going on, guys? What are we doing?
Why is GTA 6 coming out? We live in GTA 6.
Exactly.
This don't make no sense at all.
People getting knocked out.
That's
in
the
the
thing too.
streets,
Obviously, like you said 2 died.
Yeah, 2 died.
But like
6 injured.
Yeah, like where is what was the reason for this? Was it another situation of bullying? Was it like another situation of like a kid feeling left out? Like, well, not even a kid. It's a grown ass adult in university.
Like, what exactly are we doing, bro? I don't know.
Bro. We need to do something. We need to relax.
I don't know if this is gonna relax, because speaking of the U.S.
Yeah, speaking about the U.S.
So I'm not going to explain the whole tariff wars to everyone, but the whole situation is this: the U.S. feels like they got a shitty end when it comes to the world economic system, like with trades and all that. They feel like not only are they getting the shitty end, but they're paying too much for. They're not getting paid enough for their deals with other countries, right? So Donald Trump comes in and he's like, "Yo, we're going to change this shit. We're going to make things different." The crazy thing is, before Trump came into office, you have a lot of people from the right and some people from the left being like, "Oh, Joe Biden and Kamala don't know what they're doing." Highlight this.
Yeah, I remember
They
that.
don't know what they're doing. They go into the office, they don't know what they're doing. Like I said before, eggs went from $5 to $8. This is crazy, right? End times. Trump has been in the office for like 3.5 months. How is it that he managed to destroy relationships with other countries, and also he's like, not only am I going to destroy relationships with other countries, I'm going to punish other countries for just existing
for no reason.
for no reason. And basically, how many times has this guy announced his tariff? Since like
mad times. You've been telling
5
me.
times, bro. And how many times has he paused it? 5 times. The same people who are like, "Oh, Kamala and Joe don't know what they're doing," are praising the guy who doesn't know what he's doing with the tariffs, who paused it 5 times. So this guy goes on and he's like, with China. He's like this. This is crazy. He's like, with China, because China, the US, some people don't realize in the US, a lot of the things that we have at home, it's not from the US, it's from China. So as much as they want to hate on China,
everything.
you have to realize that the chairs that they're sitting on, most likely made in China. The clothes, the jackets, the boots, the purses from China. So when Trump is like, you know what? I'm not only going to increase, the tariffs in the China, I'm going to make it 125%. And he's like, you know what? No. Because China wants to be the smart asses and try to retaliate by making a bunch of ads about how bad the US is, I'm going to increase it by 100%.
Yeah,
more.
no, it's wild.
So it's 245%. He wants to increase the tariffs. China's like, you know what? All right, this is what I find funny. Because they clap back. First of all, some guy on Twitter, he posted on Twitter, he's like, the Stanley Cups, like these things, but the large ones, he's like, in the Chinese factories, you guys buy these Stanleys for $50, $60. In China, we make the same things for $6. He's like, the purses you guys spent, the Birkin bags and all those bags, you spent $30,000, $30,000 plus on, we make them for $1,300. You guys don't realize that the U.S. is screwing you over. So this is what we're going to do, and this is what I mean, like trying to clap back, because they're like, screw your government. We don't hate you. We hate your government, but we're going to help you guys out. So what he did was, some lady created like a thread on her Twitter and showed them a loophole on how to get exported goods, so long as it doesn't total up to $800, $800 US. They can basically get those things tariff free, right? And she's like, not only am I going to show you how to find loopholes, but I'm going to give you the websites to get the Birkin bags, to get the jeans, to get all the material goods that are like $1,300 or more. I'm going to show you the website that you get the same designs, the same material, everything for a fraction of the price. So right now, people are going crazy.
What's scary about that is I feel like that is what's going to start shit even worse.
Yeah.
Because now 100%. Trump's going to be like, hey, wait a second. I run this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to get mad and then he's going to really start putting shit like,
yeah.
Or he's going to try to be putting shit in place. Which is also crazy to me.
Go ahead.
This is about to be like a hot take maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the patriotism in the States is almost like cult-like. Because like,
Yeah.
I live in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you I don't care that much. Like these people, like the reason why they like Trump is because they think he's like a amazing, like red, Messiah, white, and blue kind of like because he's American. But he's literally destroying your country. But all you think is, oh, he's American, and he's going to get rid of these people that aren't American.
100%.
So we love him. Bro, I don't have that much patriotism for my country. I don't care that much. And I don't even think these people care that much. I think that it's like almost like a clout thing.
Oh, no, for Americans they do.
Maybe, yeah.
There's some Americans.
It's crazy to me. I don't understand how you have that crazy of a mentality.
But how you said it was like a cult, it is like, it's almost like, again, bro, for them, there's this huge study that was that took place, and it was talking about how Americans see certain things politically, right? So anything, when you see an item, some of them, when you see an item, when you see a movement, when you see a person do something, it's not neutral. It's not like this person is buying a jacket. Mm-hmm. It's more like, oh, this person is buying a jacket that sports this, so therefore that person is bad. It's like that person cannot just do the labels, right?
Which we already talked about this. I can't stand how we label everything has to have a name. Everything has to have its own thing.
Everything has to be a part of a group. Yeah. Everything has to have its own individual thing, right? It can't just be one thing, right? And in the U.S., a lot of the people, like I know one or two Americans that are like red, and blue, right? And the thing is, when I speak to them about this, I'm like, yo, what do you like? How do you feel about this? And they're like, yo, I'm legitimately scared because the neighbors I had, I thought they were cool because we had a minor disagreement about a representative in the office in our state. They now freely call me the N-word. I've known these people for 15 years. Never has there ever been a situation.
It's actually ridiculous.
But the second I say I don't like that Trump is in the office, I'm the enemy. It's crazy.
I don't care that
much. It's crazy. So what China is doing, and not only China, so many other countries, they're like, yo, you want to make this really bad? You want to do this? Cool. So you have the Philippines, you have Malaysia, you have Japan, you have Korea, you have Pakistan, you have a bunch of countries that are doing it. But India is like, you know what? We can capitalize on this because now you guys have the U.S. has a strained relationship with China, and they're like, you know what? We can be the leaders of like all the cheap goods. We can make this. We can manufacture all these things for you guys. It's bad. And one last thing about this. What's it called? This economist was like, you think that when Trump leaves office, if he leaves office,
that it's gonna just fix itself.
It's not. He says that the things that Trump is doing is going to leave a lasting effect for 100%. Generations, bro. Yeah. For generations. And people are just like, oh, Trump is God and all this. Your God can't even make a decision without like redacting his
what's crazy to me about that is like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are politicians.
Yes.
They've been politicians. Even if they weren't president or whatever, they've been in politics.
Decades.
So maybe you don't think they know what they're doing, and maybe they don't actually know what they're doing. But at least which I know the system is messed up, but at least they know the system. So they're going to go by the way that the system works, even if it's not the right way. It's still a system, and at least it keeps things, I feel like, at least slightly even. Whereas Trump has no freaking clue what he's doing, and he's just coming in as a businessman.
Yeah.
I think he's making business decisions for a country that don't work.
And the funny thing is, he wrote a book called The Art of the Deal, right? And he thinks like the way he's going about things is not in a way to mend relationships. He's seen a way in where it's like, I'm a
money, lucrative.
Yeah. What's lucrative for me is what's really over.
He's just a businessman.
And
he's
that's
not
the thing.
A politician.
And people are like, oh, and it's like, and it's crazy how a long time ago, people on the right and people in general are like, we're never going to trust billionaires because billionaires are selfish people. You can't be a billionaire without being selfish and really screwing people over. But now, you see the people in the Oval Office. You see the people in the Oval Office
bragging about how much money they made off the stock market.
Make it make sense. And people are like, yes, this is our leader. Well,
what's crazy is there's families not knowing if they're going to make it to the end of the year.
Yes. And this is his first year.
Yeah.
This is,
3 months.
It is crazy.
3 months.
It's not even a year yet. It's not.
And that's what's annoying is the amount of people I've heard is, but the system's not working, so Trump is a better option because he doesn't go by the system. Yeah, but the system slightly worked. It wasn't perfect.
No.
But it still worked.
It worked.
It just didn't, it needs to be revamped.
Yeah.
But he has no idea what he's doing.
The thing is.
And they think that's the better option.
The reason why they think
here's the better option.
The thing is, when they look at it, when you see Kamala and, what was the quote? In, what's it called? Futurama, Bender speaks to God, and God says, when you do things right, people won't think that you've done anything at all. Right?
Yeah.
Because
life just smooth.
Smooth, right? So they're like, okay, well, clearly life is smooth. So, or maybe something might be happening, and they're like, oh, well, clearly these people are not doing a job, right? But the thing is, Kamala, or Joe Biden was mainly doing it. He might have been boring. I get it. People might not like him. Sleepy Joe. Say whatever you want to say. Don't get me wrong. I get it. He needs to be gone. But the alternate is not someone who comes in, and yes, maybe they're more exciting, but they don't know what they're doing, and they're screwing everyone over. Joe has been doing it for decades, bro. He's been doing it for decades.
He's been in the game.
So, anyways,
and what's called Trump been losing money for decades,
bro.
And now you're gonna have him run your country.
And then he has the audacity to be like, well, you know what? Don't look at me. I didn't mess things up. Look at Canada. Canada brought fentanyl and all the drugs here. we make up 1% or less than 1% of the drugs that come are going to the USA. But he wanted to use that as an excuse in order to increase tariffs for us. And we're like, okay, cool. We're going to increase tariffs 25%. We're going to match the tariffs you're increasing with on us.
Now there's a bad relationship.
And then America is like, make Canada a US. And I'm like, guys, do you just stop and think what you're saying?
Yeah.
You guys have no idea.
What exactly does that do?
Nothing. All the relationships they have, all the countries that they have relationships with, that like either Obama, Clinton, Bush, like that had mended a relationship with those countries, are now in jeopardy because of this fucking guy.
And then the stupidity, friggin' Gulf of USA now.
Bro, let's stop.
Is that actually changed officially?
No, not officially. Bro, no. Luckily, luckily we have, well, not we, but they have like systems. They have infrastructures to like stop some crazy things that Trump is doing. And JD Vance, the vice president, is like, do we actually need these people? Yes, we do. We need the Senate. You need a Senate. You need these people in order to be like, yo, guys, you're doing too much.
Chill the hell
You have too much power. You're doing too much. So
it's crazy, guys.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
America's on fire.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's about to get more and more wild.
Exactly.
And it's actually scary to think about.
Yeah.
Because like it's no longer like it's gonna affect everybody.
It's going to affect everybody. You see the prices with gaming. You see the prices with streaming services, groceries, import goods, all these things. We don't even know the official price for the Nintendo Switch,
bro,
because of the ever-changing tariff,
when I was younger,
increasing and shit.
Well, not even when I was younger. I feel like when I first started buying groceries, cans of tuna was like 79 cents. Now it's like $3.79.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
For one can.
Yeah.
So whereas I would have got like 4 cans, now I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll get 2.
Yeah. And
that's already $10.
It's crazy.
And I got 2 goddamn cans of tuna.
It doesn't make sense. Cans of tuna was the cheapest thing.
Yeah.
Sardines, I could buy stacks of sardines and be
now
good.
It's like what, $3 for a freaking thing?
So for what? For one?
Like 1 can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need the fancy box. Don't give me. I just want the one thing you just open, you just eat it. Nah, it's like $3.29.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? So, all right, man. You want to finish off with our word game?
You want to do one more word game? One round?
Yeah, I want to do one round. One round.
So, I don't know if we're going to get this. Well, before we start this too,
okay,
maybe this will give us kind of like an idea of what we might use for our words.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when in the hell is spring planning on starting?
Don't even get me started, bro.
Like, it was snowing.
It was snowing today? No, yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
No, you're going to piss me off.
Tomorrow is 19 degrees, bro.
Yeah, at least today was nice.
Today was nice.
I went out with the kids. I was like, okay, I could deal with this.
Yes.
Keep on having this. But this back and forth bullshit of -4, then +15, then -3, then +18.
You're going to get sick.
Then snow, then rain.
Inconsistent shit. Bipolar shit. I don't know.
Go away, winter.
100%.
Go away. It's April. I have my summer tires on.
Yeah.
Go away.
That's so true.
I don't even have my brush up in my car no more because I figured it's the middle of April.
100%. Like, why do we need it?
And it was snowing.
It doesn't
all goddamn day.
And it was not small.
It
wasn't small. It was like a lot.
No,
it was consistent. I was like, yo, guys.
So yeah.
What are we doing?
So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, guys. Okay. Winter needs to get the frig out of it.
I don't like winter.
All right.
I love winter, but I don't like
one round. You don't love it. Stop.
I love winter. Right. I actually do.
Okay. We're going to do this one round, and we're going to get it over with. All
okay.
Right? All right. So we're going to start. At the same time, remember, ain't no freaking thinking. Ain't no at the exact same time.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Snow.
Winter. Woo! It's close.
Okay.
It's close.
Okay. I got it.
Okay. Got it. So I said winter. You said snow.
Yeah. I got this. We got this.
Okay. Winter and snow.
Yeah. We got this.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Christmas.
What? What? Why? Winter and snow. Weather, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we have weather and Christmas.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't be knowing. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Weather and Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Blizzard.
Okay. Wait. We got this. Blizzard and Santa. Blizzard and Santa. We got this.
Blizzard and Santa.
Blizzard and Santa. Please tell me you know your history of Christmas. Okay, let's go. Please.
Okay, yeah. Blizzard and Santa. 3, 2, 1. Rudolph!
Let's go! There we go, guys. We're good.
All right, guys.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all the great things you know.
Go check us out on Twitter. Twitter. No,
Yeah,
TikTok.
X.
Yeah, everything.
Everything.
On
Instagram,
TikTok, we got a bunch of
Facebook,
clips up
all
there.
that stuff. I'm gonna
And
post
also,
more
guys,
clips.
before we go,
Mhm.
I was asking these questions to TT, but give us your answers. What's the craziest thing that happened to you during sex? What's
Sure.
What's a word that you mispronounce?
Yeah.
Because we all know that we mispronounce some words. Orange? We got some mispronounced
Mole?
words.
Mole?
Yeah. Our Honda? Yeah. Okay, so guys, let us know too. I want to know what words you mispronounce. What's the craziest thing happened to you during sex?
Yeah.
It's fun times, right? So, troublemakers would be reasonable. You'll see.
Peace.
Peace.